What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Sorry, I had a little bit of a laptop issue over here. Brand new laptop too, so I'm like, oof. But yeah, let's get started, everyone. WF Capital MGMT, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you being here. All right, so first I'm gonna get started with the news, and then I'm gonna go into the charts. Probably gonna be here for an hour or so. Really, sir? Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you joining. Z-Back. Yes, I actually know that one. I actually spoke about Z-Back when it was at what through 2308. And then when it got to like 2068, that's when I took profit and haven't won back in. I should have got in at 26, but I just been waiting, bro. I feel like there is a little bit more downtrend to come. So Teddy Benny in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. What up? All right, guys. So let me take a look at the news, and then I'm not even gonna put my input on it. I'm just gonna tell you guys unless you ask question about the news that I'm talking about, right? So let's go over here. Wait, let me. Okay, got that there. All right, so crypto total market cap bounced over 3 trillion. BTC is hovering around 87K to 88K, even near 2,900, with most top going green again after the big mid-November flush. Let me know if you guys hear any background noise like that. I could actually close the door. Bitcoin reclaimed the high 80K and dragged major up, but analysis no price is still in a broader corrective structure. So if you look at this chart right here, right, what I wanted to see is Bitcoin coming above the trend line, the white trend line that you see there, and push it back into the parallel channel, right? Now, the fact that we're going right back out, it is a little bit worrisome. And I think 78K is still possible because the first time it did broke the golden pocket ratio, which is the 618. And now we're seeing the possibility of going to the 50% on the Fibonacci, which is around 76,803. So, what are my expectations? That Bitcoin could actually hold. If not, it could go all the way to like about 6,200, and that would be the 3.20%. I mean 38.20%. There's still no guarantee because this is where I'm holding on to the hope that's going to go towards the upside. And the fact that the RSI is actually on oversold territory on the daily. And if you take a look at the weekly, it also looks like the RSI is getting close to oversold territory as well. So it would be beautiful if we could actually make it back above, let's say 93 or 99. That would be perfect for a reversal confirmation. Or, if you really look at it, it looks like it's forming a head and shoulder pattern, and then that would make it to like around 108, 112, and then we can actually run for our life, because if the head and shoulder pattern plays out, Bitcoin could drop way, way lower. What's going on, G-Man in the house? Welcome, brother. It's been a minute. Appreciate you joining. So, that is that on the TA portion for BTC. Real quick, let me take a look at other news, and then from there, I'll take a look at more charts. And if you guys got a coin that you want me to take a look at, I know you said ZBAC. I could take a look at ZBAC as well. So in November, a deep dive on this month crash says November knocked out 1.3 trillion of crypto, major 30% below highs, but systematically contagion stay limited thanks to stronger market infrastructure versus prior cycle, which one of the things that I'd said is, and I said it yesterday as well, as much as a lot of people want to claim that we are in the 4-year cycle, I'm sorry, I totally disagree with that. There's so many things that is showing that the 4-year cycle structure is being broken little by little. And I could start with the fact that there's more Bitcoin adoption, crypto adoption overall. The other thing that I could say is the treasuries that are being built by different company, the reserves that are being built by different countries, and the ETFs. So when you think about that versus the whole 4-year cycle theory, it makes more sense that, yeah, we're heading towards a different direction. Can people disagree? Yeah. I mean, who wants to be wrong? Literally, especially if you are a content creator, you got to ask yourself, who wants to be wrong in this space? Reality is, no one does. But sometimes you have to humble yourself a little bit and think outside the box. Crypto confident, appreciate you, bro. Retweet the stream. Appreciate you, brother. Okay, so why is BTC correction feel different? What I was just talking about myself. Macro pressure, ETF outflow, and regulation created liquidity squeeze, while whales quietly accumulate on the way down. A very different pattern versus previous blow off. The confident. I'm always right, Wadi. Yes, you are, bro. Yes, you are. That's why you gotta start giving me the lottery ticket, so you know I could go create my own Washington D.C. Nah, I know, bro. I know. All right. Deutsche Bank hard recovery this time. A bank report argues that this 30% plus BTC drawdown could be more painful to bounce from as investor enthusiasm is fading and ETF investor behave more like traditional risk of sellers, right? Let's take a look at the ETFs right here. Let's see if it is exactly like they claim. Because sometimes you guys got to understand this part, right? These companies, I mean these banks, some are pro crypto, others they're saying, look, we don't want to share our revenues or just their income with crypto. And majority of the banks, they're against crypto. That's why they were so against the whole stablecoin issue. So first things first, ETF, then we take a look at everything else, right? Okay. Well, the ETF says there is accumulation in ETH, which is 96 million, and there's an outflow on Bitcoin, which is 151 million. So these institutions are playing around with the money and the market as well. The reason why I say that is because yesterday Bitcoin was at 200 and something million of purchase, and ETH was at 56. The only thing that makes sense to me on why ETH is up and Bitcoin is down is because they must be preparing. Not saying it's gonna happen, so do not take it as financial advice, but they're probably preparing for an outgoing season. But I know what you guys are gonna say, right? We heard outgoing season so many times, and still, the only season that we got is just the rec season. All right, let me see. I want to be able. Oops. Ah, my bad. I was trying to lock down something on the screen, but it didn't work. Okay, so dashboard. What does it say? Fear and greed index is still at 15. A couple of days ago, it was around 10. And, the biggest mentor that I know in investment is Warren Buffett. Obviously, I don't know him personally. And even if I did, he probably wouldn't recognize me. That's how ancient he is. So be fearful when everyone is greedy, and be greedy when everyone is fearful. That's usually the way to make money, right? To accumulate that financial wealth that everyone is looking for. As far as outgoing season, it's at 23 out of 100. We need that to be at least above 75, and not just be at 75. We need it to stay above 75. So, like that, and I mean, like, at least a week or two, like that, we could confirm that outgoing season is here, because last time we got a fake out. It looked like outgoing season was here and it only lasted like 3 days. So moving forward, uh, let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance, which is another important player in all of this. Bitcoin dominance is definitely dropping. Right now it's currently at 58.66. So I wanted to see it break. Oh, this is the weekly chart, guys. Sorry. But still, it's bearish on the weekly. On the daily, the dominance is still bearish. So I want to see the Bitcoin dominance drop to at least 54 or a little lower. And then we could start seeing, probably a little bit of movement towards altcoins, and then hopefully The last part of the market would be that one, in my opinion. Okay, let me. And there's another factor, guys, that still hasn't taken place, and that factor is QE. Quantum of easing still hasn't got here. December 1st, they'll end QT. Very important for all market as well. So if you ask me, are we done? Even though Bitcoin is dropping like it's hot? Nah, I don't think so. But that doesn't mean that it's to be considered financial advice or anything like that. On the futures chart, technicians say bear remains in solid control after failing to hold prior high, with risk of another leg down if support zone breaks. I just touched on that. So another take, BTC bounced back above 88K, but the market is struck in mid-cycle chop. Big handles, no clear direction, and constant liquidation. Spot BTC ETF saw about 151 million outflow yesterday, while ETH and Solana Prada pulled in nearly 155 million combined. XRP lead the ETF inflow. Data from another desk show BTC spot ETF losing 151 million, but XRP saw an ETH ETF saw strong inflow, with XRP allegedly topping 160 million in one day. That's all signs, that everyone is moving from BTC to altcoins. Because if you think about it, ETH, mother of all altcoins, Solana, it's an altcoin. XRP, it's an altcoin, which I was a little bit disappointed yesterday because I saw that the XRP ETF, I'm like, damn, all the hype and everything that's going on with XRP, it didn't even move the way that I thought, right? Now you like Monad. So this is the thing, Andrew. I go with what the trend is. I never said that I didn't like Monad. I said I would not invest in the pre-sale until I see exactly what happened here. Let me show you guys. So where is Mon? All right, so you guys are wondering, well, what happened? What did you miss? What right? Let's take a look at this. Let me bring in the candles closer. Closer. See? I saved myself the headache, bro. All the way from, damn it. Let me see. How can I? Yeah, I'm using the laptop, guys. But let's say all the way from about 160. Oh, 188. Wait, let me lower it a little bit. All right, let's round it up to 180, right? All the way from 180 to 4 cents. Well, 3 cents. Dude, being in the game long enough to understand that this shit is going to happen. And that's the reason why I said I'll wait until after the pre sale. What's going on, XCL Mafia? Welcome in, welcome in. That chart is not accurate to what happened. I don't know, Andrew. The Coinbase pre-sale was 0.25. Anyone who bought in, the pre-sale is up. Hey, man, you just lucky, Andrew. But at the end of the day, I was waiting for this, man, and I'm okay with that. That does not matter to anyone that got on the pre-sale. Yeah, true. I mean, look, I'm okay with it, bro. Like, it's not like I have to depend on a pre-sale to make money. That's the difference between me and a lot of these influencers. Good to see you on live. Thank you, Excel Mafia. Yeah, I took a break. Needed to get this setup, which is a new laptop. And now I could just say that I could do my live stream whenever the heck I feel like it. Well, I do see it as I'm up 70%. Nice. How am I lucky? Yeah, because you are, bro. You got in 2 good pre-sales so far. Me, nah. You checked out San pre-sale? Nah, I haven't checked that out, XCO Mafia. I'll take a look and see. The pre-sale is what the price is right about now. Who managed to buy? I don't know about that token on the pre-sale either. Your live is looking crisp, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I just gotta gain other traction again because I was concentrating more on TikTok. I got a pretty decent audience over there. So now back to work when it comes to X and YouTube again. I'm planning to expand to more platform, but for now, I'll stay to X and YouTube and TikTok. I have actually gotten into 4 good pre-sale. I don't share all of them. So you see, Andrew, you are selfish. You're supposed to share. If you're making money, you're supposed to share. Okay, so traders are chasing altcoin that are outperforming Bounce with Sui, Pendo Bunk, and other posting stronger daily gains than BTC as the market stabilize. Good to hear you. I appreciate it. Why share? Hold on. Why share when all of you guys on TikTok trash everything that is not BTC? Hey, who is all you guys? I actually am the only one that I'm not a BTC maxi, bro. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but the idea that nobody knows who Satoshi Nakamoto really is, it's kind of iffy, bro. Mona looks good. Yeah, right now it does look pretty good. I actually told my audience yesterday on TikTok, I'm keeping my eye on this coin, and I could see it come back any day now. And guess what? It already started to move back up. There's certain levels that still got a break. Here, let me put the 5-minute, 15-minute chart. In order for it to continue being bullish or bearish, let me. But I mean, it is impressive though. Wait, there you go. Right now in the 15-minute chart, looks like it is trying to do a bounce back. It's still got a break above 45, 48, I think it was. Uh, yeah, like 46. And then from there, we could see a continuation towards the upside. In the meantime, I mean, if you got in early, you're lucky. And if you missed out, then don't worry because you still have a chance. And it is not financial advice. Just tag you to samples. All right, appreciate it. Pull up the Monarch Coinbase chart. This is not representative for real trading data. All right, I'll take a look at it. There you go. Bro, this is the same chart. I will openly confess and confirm I am a BTC maxi, but I love X. Nice. Maximalist mindset is pointless. We're all here to make money, not to treat crypto like religion. Yeah, that's true. I mean, dude, me personally, I'd rather make money than just focus on holding on tight to their life. I noticed that holding on tight to their life actually gets you wrecked in majority of the time. So, all right. So another tracker flags Caspa, Sui, Bonk, XRP, and Athena as the day stands out mover, showing fresh volatility is back in small and mid caps. Who wouldn't like that, right? Sui especially start moving back up. It will be beautiful. A NASDAQ listed firm quietly added a lesser known altcoin to its treasury, and the token reportedly spiked 100%, echoing the old Tesla buy BTC narrative on smaller scale. So why don't they tell me what's the name of that token so I could share with everyone? And what I was saying earlier about the adoption that's going on, right? Metaplanet doubled down on BTC. Japanese firm Metaplanet borrowed another 130 million against BTC reserves and use it to buy even more Bitcoin. Join MicroStrategy comparison as its stack passes 30k billion BTC. So with companies like MicroStrategy, Metaplanet doing what they're doing to buy more and accumulate more BTC and build their treasury, I don't know. I just trying to understand how can people be so bearish still. That's just my question. Okay, a New York Fed blog explored how permissionless blockchain could underpin future payment rails, but warns about trust, regulation, and integration with the traditional system. Okay, now a router piece, and I'll be done with the news. Then we could take a look at some charts, talk for a little bit. A router piece question whether Tether, tokenized gold, and related flow are playing a role in this year's huge gold rally, tying RWA, stablecoins, and macro hedging into one narrative. Let me just make sure that there is nothing else that is worth talking about. Well, there is two more here. U.S. Bancorp is piloting a bank issue stablecoin on Stellar, pushing deeper into tokenized payment and on chain settlement. I keep telling people, Stellar, yes, I love XRP as well, but Stellar, in my opinion, is a big sleeper and is going to do way, way better than what a lot of people think. And it is not financial advice whatsoever. Franklin Templeton upcoming crypto index ETF will add Cardano, ADA, and other alts from December, expanding beyond just BTC and ETH. A new CBOE rule approved by the SEC lets ETF hold more token as long as they're in the index they track. Big for futures altcoin ETF. That's it, guys. I think that's pretty much it as far as great news that's actually happening in the space. Nothing else that I'm seeing here. Let me see. Let me just make sure. Yep, that's it. So now, if you guys want me to take a look at any chart or want me to scan some contract, I have the ability to actually do all of that. So let me know. Oh, ZBAC. Someone mentioned ZBAC earlier. I mean, ZBAC hasn't done that bad. Like I said, I should have bought when I saw it around 26, but I figure it's going to drop more anyway, so let me not touch it. And now it went all the way to 36, 37 or so. Yeah, 36. So if I take a look at the 1 day chart, yeah, I mean, ZVAC is still bullish on the daily time frame. Now, where do I think it could possibly go? Maybe all the way to 45.79. There's a pretty good resistance there. And then we'll see, right? As far as everything else, it depends on how the market itself is moving. So hopefully, WF Capital, that's what you wanted to hear. Now let's track the XRP ETFs. See how they're doing today. Shout out to Andrew. He was the one that told me about this website. You know what, Andrew? I'm gonna have to save the name of the website because I keep forgetting it. Actually, this looked bad. So there is literally 44 in spot and 41 million in leverage. What just happened here? Yesterday it was saying 175. It looks like a lot of people is just running out now, which is a bit concerning if you ask me. An Umber ETF tracker just dropped today, xrpinsights.com. This one tracks the inflow. But okay, now is it just tracking the inflow or is it tracking the outflow as well? Because if it's just tracking the inflow, bro, then come on. Just saying. All right, let me take a look at it. Andrew, that don't even show, bro. Yeah. I don't know where you got that one from, Andrew, but it's not even showing. No, I haven't heard of that project. By the way, I want to say thank you real quick. 82 people watching. I'm guessing it's a combination of X and YouTube. I appreciate you guys. It's still possible to buy it. Now, what's the narrative behind that token, Lindy? Well, what's the narrative between both token? Actually, let me leave a chart up or something in the meantime. Let me go look for Bitcoin. Well, XRP chart. No, that's XPR. XRP right here. By the way, guys, if you want access to all the indicators that I created, just become a member, subscribe. Um, yeah, just become a member. There's a membership there. And then just send me a message with your TradingView username. And then from there, I'll be able to add you to the indicator because it's invite only. And assuming, obviously, that you guys know how to trade or have an idea when it comes to trading. Because if you don't know how to trade, then there's no point. Or if there is nothing else, guys, then I could just end the live stream here for now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. EST. Today I started a little bit late because I was having some computer issue. The mic, for whatever reason, wasn't working in the beginning, and then I had to fix all of that. Thank God that I know how to fix computers myself. So no need to go to Best Buy or pay any other technician. So with that being said, have a blessed rest of your day. I'll actually be live on TikTok later on around 4 p.m. or so. And it's the same handle on all social media at WadiCryptoX. So if you guys want to follow me there as well, by all means. And I'll catch you guys later. Take care, everyone. Appreciate you, G Man. Like always, thank you for coming back, bro. Appreciate you.